Welcome to the Urban Hedge Show.
Welcome back, you fucking degenerates.
What a time to be alive.
Okay, what's up? Hey, it's week 3 of the Urban Hedge Show. Week 6 of college football. Week in and week out, we grind. This is what we do. It's just another week for us.
It's good to be back.
It's great to be back.
It's good to be back. It feels good. Feel like, like once again we're looking at the board and it's got a great look to
Guess
it, man.
what? We love the board again, just like always. Every week, we love the board.
There may not be a weekend that we don't love the board. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now because something's going to give us that itch to tell us it's there.
We're seeing numbers. We're seeing faces. We're seeing it all. We're seeing wins.
Seeing dollar signs.
We're seeing teams who cover. We're seeing the spread cover. We're seeing the over and under cover. We are seeing things. Last week, I finished 7-3, and I'm 2-0 on Mortal Locks.
Yeah, last week I finished a solid right at even 6-6, but hit my Mortal Lock last week. I told you Notre Dame, man. Notre Dame.
And you know what that means? That means 7-6. You know what that means? Profit. That's all I got to say.
It's money.
I went 7-3. That's a 4-unit profit. Counting my moral, that's 5. Like, I'm not making this shit up.
That's money.
We do this. This might be Hedge's week. He might get hot. I might be hot. It don't matter. One of us is gonna get hot. And we make money together.
Like
all
we
these
said,
plays.
you ain't gotta ride both. You just gotta ride one.
You gotta make the right choice. Make the right motherfucking choice.
Giving out free mustache rides
all night long, baby. All night long. Okay, listen. Hey. Even though it was a big week for college football, it's been a big week for sports in general. I don't know about y'all, but thank God Aaron Judge hit that fucking 60-second home run because I'm tired of seeing them split the fucking screen when I'm trying to cover a bet. All fucking day I'm watching Ole Miss and Kentucky at a steak and grill, and every fucking second I look up, everybody in the fucking bar is yelling, "Oh, why are they showing this fucking shit? Blah, blah, blah." It's fucking football season. I get it. It's history. I love it. I love watching people break records. I'm a baseball guy, but goddamn it, when I'm trying to cover a fucking spread, I don't want to see Aaron Judge watch 3 fucking meatballs down the goddamn pipe like they're doing. Every team in MLB is just, here you go, Judge. Here you go, Judge. Hit it. Hit it against us fans. Get us some publicity. Fuck you. Get out of here. Tired of seeing it. Thank God it's over.
I mean, I fucking hate baseball. Now, I'm trying to gain knowledge about baseball and learn it so that way, we can kind of build, like I said, make this keep going. But I have no love for baseball.
Hey,
Fuck Aaron Judge.
What about Albert Pujols, too? Motherfucker's 100 years old.
No, I didn't see that.
He's 100 years old, and now he's on his fucking farewell tour, so he's hitting 500-foot bombs again. Get the fuck out of here. He's juicing. They're throwing out meatballs. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That shit don't add up. I love Albert Pujols. I respect him. He's one of my child. I got into baseball. He was big. I'm fucking this old now, and he's still big. I get it. I love him. But let's just have a real farewell tour. Let's not juice up these balls and let this motherfucker go out like he's Michael Jordan or something. Like, this ain't it. This is not it. Now, I've been waiting to talk about this. Fucking Antonio Brown. What the fuck you doing? I mean, you're a fucking bum. You're a bozo. Flashing dicks to white fucking moms who never seen something that big in their life. Like,
trying to swim away from you. What are you trying to do? Run back in with that fishing rod you got?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen the clip, but that mom was fucking mortified. She might have smiled, but she got the fuck out of the pool.
She's trying to swim away.
She's scared to death.
Fuck AB. He's a rapist, dog.
And what about the Gazelle or the Giselle shit? My God, her fucking name messes me up. But why post that? The one dude that took you in when everybody fucking hated you, and you're going to disrespect him and his family like that when they're going through something. You know what, Giselle? Fuck you too. You married a football player. Okay, if he wants to play another 20 years, you get the fuck over it.
His body's built for it.
He didn't tell you get fat and don't take pictures of your hot ass self. He didn't say that.
And Tom Brady just grew a personality. I don't know if anybody's noticed that or not. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I never knew Tom Brady when he was at the Patriots to be funny, make jokes, anything like that.
He got up from under Belichick and he finally realized, like, oh my God, social media is cool. I'm a cool guy. Let me be fun. And that's probably the problem. Giselle's probably like, man, fuck him. All these bitches want to fuck him, and all these guys obsess over him too. Like, get over yourself. You had more money than Tom when you all got together. Like, you don't need to prove yourself. To me, this is a publicity stunt, and I think Tom's taking it really hard. But I'll just tell you all this right now. I'm Team Tom, And if they divorce, you better book him for the MVP next year, or if it finalizes this year, that motherfucker will go the fuck off. And then he'll quit the league. Then he'll get with a hotter, younger bitch. Show everybody what's up. Team Tom.
I mean, yeah.
And fuck Antonio Brown, you fucking loser. One more thing before we get into football. You see that fish scandal?
What? Fish
that
scandal?
bass fisherman, he fucking loading
yeah.
He fucking loading his fish up with lead.
They were slicing the fish.
First time they ever found a 27-pound bass, you dumb fucking idiot.
It's a 27-pound bass the size of a fucking 5-ounce bluegill.
He should go to jail.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. I think they called the cops on it. I think that they got the cops involved.
Good. Game warden, everybody should be in there cuffing his ass.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, kind of cover a little bit about last weekend's bets.
Been a big week.
It was a good week. It was a very good week. It was kind of slow at first, but then, we cleaned up the night great. Felt great. Saw the board okay this weekend, but, it could have been better. But
let me tell y'all something. Everybody here, if you're listening, you know what a mortal lock is. Okay, that means we're putting more than one unit on it. So you got to think in Hedge perspective especially. Like I was up, so my mortal lock was probably a little bit higher than Hedge's, but he broke even just like he was at the beginning of the week. So, he's automatically putting 2 or 3 units on this play. Like, if you think about it, we are, as a combined team, we're 4-0 on mortals. That means we are guaranteeing a fucking play, and it's hit 4 times in a row.
Lots.
Okay? So, get on the fucking train. What are you waiting on?
We roll. We fucking roll. So, let's get into our main plays for our Saturday games. So, you got number 17, TCU, going to Kansas. They're ranked 19th in the nation. TCU is sitting at -7 for the day. And then the over-under is at 68.5. Now, you look at both of these teams. They are undefeated. Kansas, they are coming off a huge win over Iowa State, 14-11. In that game, I pay attention to a lot of when you're scoring your points, how you're scoring it, because that's what defines the game. That's the motion of the offense, how well the defense is going to step up and play. You have to take those things into accountability. And that's what the benefit is when you gamble a lot of games. You get to watch a lot of football and understand those aspects. So, all their points came in the first half alone. So, obviously, their defense did stick up at the end. They forced a bunch of field goals attempts. A lot of 4-and-outs that game. A lot of 4-and-outs. Then you got TCU. They just went to Oklahoma, or I can't remember if they played at home or not. But they played Oklahoma last week and ended up blowing them out of the water, 55-24. Their offense looked so put together. Their quarterback, Duggan, having a hell of a year this year.
Yeah.
Hasn't thrown an interception all year still. I pointed that out last week.
He has 11 TDs, and he's 3 yards away from 1,000 on the year. So he's had a very efficient year. He's looked comfortable. I get excited watching Duggan. I know his name's fucked up, but I get excited watching that kid. And Jalen Daniels on the other side, he has thrown 11 TDs with only 1 interception. He's very efficient too. He's not as sporadic as him. He's not going to make these big time plays all the time like Duggan, but he's very efficient. He's going to keep you in the game, and I mean he's a winner. Obviously, like we have seen, Kansas has came out of nowhere, started off hot, and I'm very excited for this game. Like super excited for this game. I think, to me in my head, when I try to predict the future, see into the future, like see a vision, like that's so Raven. What's up, you millennials? But anyways. I just see this game being the letdown game for Kansas. People might disagree. People might think Kansas is so hot that they're going to go on another 2 or 3 game win streak. They're going to keep it going. But I don't know. In my head, I think Max Duggan is just that efficient, and he knows how to win games. And like I said, Kansas has proved they can too. But in this game, I just see it being a letdown for Kansas. It's at Kansas, right?
Yes.
So it's at Kansas, and they're giving TCU 7 points, and it's number 17 and 19. Like in my head, if I'm thinking logical, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a field goal game. Like these teams are so close.
That's so weird. It's exactly what I was about to say. In my
yeah,
head.
like it's at Kansas, and TCU is getting points. Like I just think they're begging you to take Kansas. And in a game like this, 17 and 19, they know people are going to watch. They know people are going to pay attention. This is a big Vegas game. So my advice to you, don't take Kansas. Don't let them fool you. Game might go over. They're super explosive. So if you want to have fun, take the over. If you want to make money, TCU -7. That's on my card. What do you think, Hedge?
I think, like you said, you brought up the fact that everybody in America is going to think it's a field goal game. That's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm thinking Kansas could. They probably are more than likely going to get beaten. Now, are they going to put up a hell of a fight? Yes. Do I think it's going to be a shootout? Yes. But that number being so high, it just makes me scared that everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, no doubt, this game's going to go a million times over. And it ended up being 28-20 or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird how this game is kind of set up, with the point spread. But, no, I agree. I like TCU -7. I think they're that much better of a football team than Kansas as a whole. And I'm not taking credit away from Kansas whatsoever. Their quarterback, Jalen, he is nasty. He's nasty. But I just think TCU has more firepower. I think they're more built for the situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, they beat Oklahoma last week. That is a huge win to add. And I'm not saying Oklahoma's...
They didn't just beat Oklahoma.
They beat the shit out of them.
It looked like man against boys. And they fucking handled business. So TCU -7 for both of us, and I'm going to probably put the over for some fun. I think points in that game is going to go wild, so I'm going to take the over as well.
I'm going to take the under. Give me the under. I like TCU -7.
All right, next game, number 8 Tennessee at number 25 LSU. Tennessee is -3, and for good reason. For good reason. They've taken care of business. They've handled their shit. And I don't know if this is just a weekly trend for me, but I'm going to be honest. I think this is another letdown game. I really do. I think Tennessee, they're not fake news. Let's get over that. They're not fake news. They're here. But are they elite? Are we really about to call Tennessee elite? Like, I don't remember I don't think Tennessee's been elite since fucking Godfather Peyton Manning was there. And I'm not just going to hand them that title. The game is at 12 o'clock at LSU. Forecast is looking great. You know it's going to be hot. It's Louisiana. It don't get hotter than Louisiana. And that's a big factor going to play. I just seen a video the other day, all these SEC stars in the NFL. They ask them, where's the hardest place you ever played? What's the hardest environment? And they all fucking praise LSU. The fans are right over top you, breathing down your fucking neck.
Baton Rouge.
It's hot. You know what I mean? I don't know. Tennessee just barely scraped a win against Florida. Like, Florida's not elite, and they're barely scraping wins. Yeah, they put up a lot of points. That's fun, but you let Florida score 33 points on you? I don't know.
Then you got to think about LSU. Last week they played Auburn.
I know, but guess what kind of game was that?
It's a dogfight.
A dogfight.
It was.
Has Tennessee been in that knockdown, drag out, 3rd and 1s over and over and over again, meet you at the line of scrimmage game yet? Like, Auburn's still in the SEC.
They're fighting, man. They're fighting to stay alive. They've done it a couple times. They have done it a couple times. LSU, they're on a 4-game win streak after they lost to Florida State in week 1. And you know how iffy Florida State is this year. They're hit and miss. LSU, like I said, they're always going to fight from behind. They did it with Mississippi State. They were down 17-0, and then they did it with Auburn down 14-0. Fought back in both of those games. Low scoring defense stood up when it meant the most. I mean,
here I'm just going to break my.
I'm talking myself into LSU, but I like Tennessee. I love it.
And I'm just going to spill the beans a little bit right here. I have LSU money line on my card, boys. Sink that shit in. LSU money line. LSU money line. Why don't we slap Vegas across the fucking face with a play like that to start off the day? LSU money line. Put it down. I ain't need to talk about no more stats. LSU money line.
Yeah, give me Tennessee -3.
I love it. I fucking love it.
Give me the over at 64.5. What do you like, over under?
No over and under. I just want to see an old school style football game. I don't care how many points are scored, how many points aren't. As long as LSU is winning on the motherfucking scoreboard at the end of the game, I'll be happy.
Okay, that's a great take to have.
Yep.
Next, you got number 11 Utah going into UCLA, ranked at number 18. Utah -3.5 over under 64.5.
I love this motherfucking game. Let me tell you all a little bit. That fucking Thompson Robinson kid for UCLA, motherfucking stud, dude. I seen shit out of him that your grandfather and your fucking great-grandfather talk about. The shit don't happen no more. This motherfucker was on a read option, tossed it to the right, and then sprinted out in front of his own running back and led block for him. And the motherfucker's like 6'4", 190 fucking pounds. This kid is a dog. He threw a pass, got tipped up. A fat motherfucking offensive lineman or defensive lineman catches it, hits him right in the fucking chest, makes him drop it, gets up and points the other way. This kid is a winner. He's a stud. He was 24 for 33 in that game, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, 315 yards. And I don't see his ass slowing down. Chip Kelly just has a way. Like his offensive schemes from the time he was on the Eagles, bounced around wherever, he has always been that guy, just sporadic plays and entertaining people. And I think him and his quarterback mesh well. And man, like I said, he's a fucking stud, dude. He is a fucking stud. And then that receiver, I think Bobo, I think his last name, Jake Bobo, he had 6 receptions, 2 TDs, and 142 yards.
That's Randy Moss numbers.
He caught 6 fucking passes for 142 yards. And he was opening the end zone twice, man. That kid's a stud. Yeah. UCLA is officially on my list. I might be a UCLA guy. I don't know. But if what happened last week, and I had Washington, by the way. I'm not afraid to say I was one of my fucking losers. I took Washington, and Chip Kelly proved to me that I shouldn't have took Washington. I ate my fucking words right after the podcast the next night. So, I mean, I think that's enough said. I'm taking fucking UCLA. I think Utah had a lot of hype around them at the beginning of the year. They let Florida beat them, who isn't a very good football team. Had they picked it up a little bit, yeah, but I want the over and UCLA.
I like the over, and I'm riding with fucking Herb on this. I mean, he's convinced me solid that UCLA is going to beat the shit out of him.
If you ain't hyped about that Thompson kid, I don't.
I mean, he's a stud. We both had Washington. It was a tough
If you
situation.
didn't watch that game, just go back, type his name up, and look up the highlights. I mean, this kid he does it all. He's amazing. Like I'm a UCLA
and he's
guy
really
now.
developed. I mean, he didn't really start out like that good. You know what I mean? Like he's always been a good football player, yes, but Chip Kelly's developed him like crazy.
Yeah, did some work. Put some work in with that kid. I'm good for fucking football. Yeah. It's good for football.
Yeah, UCLA plus 3.5, and give me the over. I'm sorry, over.
All right, hey, get your fucking popcorn out, boys. Get your fucking popcorn out. It's number one.
Waiting on this game.
Oh my God, we both have. I think the whole fucking country been waiting on this game. Number 1, Alabama versus Texas A&M. Alabama minus 24 for a fucking reason. Over and under 51.5. I think people learned a lesson just right there. The over and under is 51.5, and Alabama's minus 24. So if they're minus 24, they're expected Texas A&M put up 1 or 2 touchdowns. 1 touchdown and a field goal. Like, I mean, it's about time you put some respect on her name. How fired up y'all think Nick Saban is right now? How scared do you think Jimbo is?
Very.
How scared?
I would be.
Listen, Nick Saban's allowed.
And Nick Saban was the one that said the shit. Like,
he's allowed to say shit like that. He's allowed to say shit like that. But you don't talk bad about the Godfather. Godfather could fuck your wife, your mother, your auntie, your grandma all in a row and then tell you about it. Tell him to smell his finger. You don't say nothing to the Godfather. Okay? You don't say nothing to Nick Saban.
Freak nasty shit.
Boys, I mean, I don't care where the fucking game's at. I don't care if it was in fucking Paris. I don't care. Home field advantage don't mean shit for you, Joe or Jimbo. Dude, I mean, I'm fired up. Like, I'm worried for them. I'm worried for them boys. You know how I feel about the coaching staff over there.
Yeah.
You know how I feel. And who breeds head coaches? Nick Saban.
Yeah.
He's called the Godfather for a reason. People make, like, they have a kid, they take him to Nick Saban's house. Kiss my kid on the forehead. Give him good luck. Like, that's how powerful this guy is. And I mean, I'm scared for him. I don't even. There's no stats to talk about. Texas A&M sucks. Alabama don't. There's beef between the coaches. and Saban's gonna always be on top.
What about Alabama's backup quarterback last week? Did you see how fast that kid ran? He was
looked
ridiculous.
He was like fucking Bo Jackson. He's like, oh fuck it.
I was like, damn.
He ran like 60 yards in 4
He
seconds.
been waiting on that moment too. He been biting. He's like, shit. No hate on Bryce Young at all. Stud quarterback. But that kid been waiting for him to be like, fuck my shoulder.
You know,
and then he goes in. Shines.
What's really scary in today's day and age with football is when you see a single digit numbered quarterback come off the sidelines and he ain't got no wristbands, no visor, no nothing. He looks like a fucking backup linebacker. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah. I don't know if.
Yeah.
I mean, are we gonna see him more? Maybe. I hope. Bryce Young might be in trouble. His draft stock might have went. I
don't know.
Because Bryce Young, have you paid attention to his body, he's like 6 foot and fucking thin. He's like 175. I listen to people talk all day long about how they don't know how he's going to do in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
he
might not be the best quarterback on that. Don't get me wrong. We didn't see him throw a lot of balls or whatever, but that kid is an animal. He runs like a deer and looks like a linebacker. That's a problem.
Insanity.
Enough said. Listen, Jimbo. I think Jimbo's dick's already tucked in between his legs. He's shaking. He can't sleep. They got him on anxiety medication over there in Texas. He's scared to death. And Alabama, and Nick Saban's sitting in his recliner right now eating a moon pie, drinking a late one. He's just talking to Miss Terry.
Fat ass cigar. Roll Tide. Give me Alabama -24 and give me the over for 5.
I'm taking the over too because I talked to you last week how Nick Saban ain't gonna embarrass people. He ain't letting off the gas this game.
No,
so
they're gonna roll their.
I like Alabama and over too.
Then last primetime game of the night, you got Florida State going to NC State. NC State favored by 3.5. Over under sitting at 50.5. These late games, man. Look at these 50s, low 50 numbers. They're just it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like it almost makes you want to be like it's going to be a hard nosed football game. Yeah. So, I mean, what's your take on that? What do you think?
Well, I have a lot to say about this game because I've been teeter-totting this game because. So we all know NC State went into Clemson, battled, okay?
Yeah.
They fucking battled.
Hell yeah.
And Clemson is slowly coming together. We talked about it last week. You don't want to be on the other side of Clemson's takeoff. You don't want to be that guy that gets sucked in to be like, Clemson ain't that good, and then get fucking beat by them. They walked in there, and, I mean, they battled, man. They battled, and I'm going to brag on myself a little bit. Wake Forest went in there and whooped Florida State's ass. just like I predicted. I told y'all.
Yeah, I got burned on that one.
I told you Sammy was a stud. You know what I'm saying? He threw it all over the place. He embarrassed them boys. But I like NC State, but that makes me worry. Like this line, they're only 3.5 at home, and Wake Forest just took care of business. I guess you could both call them a revenge game, but is NC State going to get complacent because they played Clemson so well? I don't know.
Just it does seem like a fishy line to me.
Just because Florida State's not that good.
Exactly. I mean, they're
Utah
lost to Florida. Utah lost to Florida, and you're telling me that Florida State is even somewhat better? I think Utah was favored in that game too.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's fish to me. I'm taking Florida State again. I know it's going to burn my ass because it burned me last weekend, but I'm taking them again.
Yeah. And I'm going to do a little fade action right here. I think I'm just going to take NC State just because they both put up high numbers. I think NC State's a little bit more well-rounded. Listen, I'm not a Florida State guy, but is it good for football when they're good? Yes. Like I'm not gonna sit here and bag on Florida State. Like I want them to be good, but I don't know. My heart is telling me NC State. I'm gonna go with my heart. And I'm going to go with the under. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, to give me the under, and then like I said, I'm taking Florida State again. I mean, that's just the way it goes.
Real quick, before we get into our cash money combo and our plays, I want to talk about the Kentucky and Ole Miss game just a little bit.
Okay,
because we're Kentucky boys.
Yeah.
You all know the deal. Hey, refs, where's fucking targeting at? Do we just choose when we're going to call it now? There needs to be a set fucking rule. It's like they're up in the booth and when they review plays that are like there's somebody in there being like, fuck it, don't call it. Oh, you better call it. It depends on who's working that night. Like, get over your fucking self. Will Levis has 3 broken fingers and 2 fucking concussions, and it cost us the goddamn game. Did he play great? No, but he was 18 for 24, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, 20 yards. I mean, he did his fucking job, and then gets blasted in the head. But I mean, you know what? I'm a Kentucky boy, but shout out to fucking Ole Miss, man. They controlled the ball. They won the turnover battle, and they battled.
Kentucky still cover 6.5. Though?
Yeah, Kentucky. Hey, good teams win.
Great teams cover.
That's right, Hedge.
Always.
Say it again. Good teams win.
Great teams cover.
That's what I'm saying. So, shout out to both teams. There's no hard blood anywhere. One more thing I want to talk about, Hedge. This is just a little bit of, this is a real early conversation.
It's like when you're getting ready to stick the head in.
You're right there. But this is real early, but I want to talk about it. Michigan just busted into the top 5. Playoff team? Who knows? All I know is they got to go through Penn State, and so does somebody. Somebody, who's that other person?
Ohio State.
So, listen.
Big Ten action.
For the first time in a while, I see an Ohio State team and a Michigan team that can both have a chance to dominate the Big Ten and meet each other on Week 12. And if you don't like the sound of that, you ain't a football fan. I mean, what else is there to say? You can ask Hedge. You can ask anybody I know. I'm an in the closet Michigan fan. My dad loves Michigan. I hate Ohio State. That's the number one.
Fuck Ohio State.
That's the number one key on why.
Fuck Bo Nix.
But excuse me. I just hate Ohio State, and I'm a big Michigan guy in college basketball and baseball and football, and they're just like my second team, second home. And is that game at Ohio State this year?
I don't know. I think it is in the shoe.
If it's in the shoe, you all can go ahead and mark it down. My ass will be there. If they're both undefeated, Week 12, I will be in the shoe in my maroon and yellow. Yes, I'll be there. I don't care to get my ass beat. I don't care shit talk. I don't give a fuck, dude. One on a million Ohio State fans. Fuck them all. I just want that to sit in y'all's head. I want y'all to manifest that. Michigan, Ohio State, Week 12. They both beat Penn State, and they're both undefeated. What a football game. In the cold.
It's gonna be
what
great.
A football game.
Under.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be dogfight.
All right. You know what time it is. Time for the Cash Money Combo.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it. You want to go? You go first? Hey, real quick. Hey, this is trial and error right here. This is
fucked up last week.
It's low risk, high reward. So don't hold this over our fucking head. You're putting up a little bit of money to win a lot. We're doing the same. Like, get the fuck over it. I don't see nobody else producing cash money combos. Get over it. Listen. Stick with us if you're riders. If you're riders, stick with us and win when we win, lose when we lose, and be okay with it.
So, as you all know, Cash Money Combo consists of Herb and mine, or my favorite and dog spread-wise for the weekend. Now, this is not on our cards. This is just us putting 2 picks together that we think has a real good shot of hitting. Like he said, low risk, high reward. So, I'll start with my 2. I've got Washington, minus 13.5. Love it. Bounce back game from getting their ass kicked from UCLA. Penix Jr. is going to throw all over. So, yeah, give me Washington minus 13.5. Then I'm going to also take Virginia plus 2.5 over Louisville. Here's why. I know you're a big public fade guy, and everybody's kind of been tailing Louisville spread this year. I looked at it today. 91% of the spread is on Louisville minus 2.5. Give me Virginia plus 2.5.
Like that number. I like that number. All right, so my favorite is going to be USC. I think they're on a roll. I think they're back. Then they're going to take care of business. I'm confident in them. And my dog, listen up, my dog, and this is also on my card. So I'm very confident in this game. I'm probably going to put a couple units on it. UCLA plus 3.5. I think Utah's a little bit of fake news. And Thompson Robinson, I'm a Thompson Robinson guy. And if he wins his bet, I'm going to buy a jersey. I think. I'm predetermined. I like their colors. They got a great color scheme.
You should tweet at him and tell him, hey, I'm helping you out. NIL deal, motherfucker.
Yeah.
NIL deal, motherfucker.
What's up? Yeah, Chip Kelly, man. They just proved to me last week. They're on my list now. So UCLA plus 3.5. Give it to me.
All right. So now it's time to just get into what our favorite picks of the weekend are, what's on our card, what we like the most. So as you guys know, I'm a big Thursday, Friday guy. I like Thursday, Fridays because it's a little bit of pre-action, build up to a little bit of change that you get in your pocket to go into Saturday. So on Friday, on Thursday, we don't have no games, unfortunately, but on Friday, I do like UNLV plus 6.5. I love them. I took them last weekend. They rolled. I'm rolling with them again on Friday night. They always show up. And then give me the over for Houston and Memphis at 57.5. I think a lot of people are going to play that over, but it just seems right to me. Then when you roll into Saturday, I got over 58.5 Purdue versus Maryland. Just think they're going to produce a lot of points in that game. Like I said, I got over 68.5 TCU versus Kansas. Texas minus 7. Then I've got over 54.5 Missouri versus Florida. Tennessee minus 3. I love Tennessee. Arkansas plus 8.5. Liberty minus 24.5. Over 64.5 Utah versus UCLA. OK State minus 9.5. Kentucky minus 9.5. And then my mortal lock of the day. Boom, 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 boom. Give me the Fighting Irish against BYU.
Oh, shit.
Give it to me.
Oh, shit.
Give it to me. I took them last weekend. Minus 3.5. They played. Fuck. Who they play? We just looked it up like not even fucking 2 minutes ago.
North Carolina.
North Carolina beat their ass. And everybody was like, North Carolina, even Hedge or Herb said.
I did.
Fucking UNC by a mile. I told him Notre Dame was the play. We played it. We hit. We win money. That's how it goes. Give it to me again. Fighting Irish minus 3.5.
Here, I'm gonna do something real quick before I list my card, and this is a brother to brother mojo play right here. I'm not gonna take mojo away from nobody, so I'm gonna mark BYU off my card because normally if it was on a regular card, I'd just play against Hedge, but I'm not gonna win if he loses a mortal, and I'm sure as hell not going to be on the losing end of him picking a mortal because what he's pretty much doing is laying down his life for a bet. I'm not going to stomp on him. You know what I mean? I'm going to pick him up.
While he's down.
Yeah, so now let's get into my card. I got TCU minus 7. I'm also going to take the under in that game, 68.5. I got LSU money line. Yes, money line. I'm not taking the spread. I think they win the ball game. Ole Miss minus 17.5. Wake Forest minus 17. Texas Tech, Oklahoma State over 69.5. UCLA plus 3.5. USC minus 13. North Carolina State minus 3.5. Kentucky minus 9.5. Clemson minus 20.5. Give me the over in the UCLA and Utah game at 64.5. Maryland minus 3. And for my mortal lock, which I think is fucking disrespectful. I first looked at this and I'm like, damn, that's too many points. Should I ride this other team? Fuck no. I think Vegas thinks you all are stupid. I think they think America's stupid, like these stupid fat dummies watching football all day long. They're dumb. They won't pick up on this. Arkansas with points? Okay, let's just forget that they played Alabama last week. Maybe that's why they got their ass thumped in.
Had a chance to win.
Like, it's still Mississippi State. Fuck Brandon Walker, by the way. But Mississippi State, like, Arkansas is a better football team than that. You're going to give a team who runs all over everybody except for fucking Nick Saban. They run all over everybody. They run down everybody's throat except for Nick Saban. And you're going to give them 9.5 points? Fuck out of here. 9.5, dude. This ain't a fish line. I'm just telling y'all, they're disrespecting Arkansas. I don't know. Have I not paid enough attention to Mississippi State? Maybe, but I paid a lot of attention to Arkansas. And give them to me. My mortal lock: Arkansas plus 9.5. Book it, baby.
I think that makes for another good show. I
mean, great show. Hey,
for the people that are tagging along, just know this is, like we've been telling y'all from the start of this, it's only the beginning. It's only up from here. I promise.
We want to do big things, and we want to take y'all with us. We're trying to share the love, not keep the love. We spread love out here. We spread money, spread love.
Let's go win money this week, Head.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
We out.
Yes, sir.